Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. So nice to see you again in my video, another video on my sharing about energy management system or energy management or energy efficiency. Okay, what I'm going to share today, this time. Okay, I'll say about something that I have been sharing before. Okay, still about something that related to me very closely, which is about the efficient management of electrical energy regulation 2008. Okay, I would like to deep down on these regulations much deeper this time. Okay, I did share in my previous video in Malay, but this time I would like to share in English, if possible, okay, in the best way, so that more will have the idea about my understanding about these regulations. Okay, because since 2008, since this regulation has been implemented, a lot of things happen. Uh, at this point, okay, to me personally, I don't really see the regulation has truly achieved its objective. But in the same time, to be practical, I can see this regulation, okay, this law, has made a lot of difference, in terms of the acceptance, the treatment of energy management, okay, in the in Malaysian market, right? There's a lot of positives things have happened with the enforcement of the law. Okay, actually can I say this law is successful? I think to some extent it has managed to create some awareness, okay, even some push factor, okay, for more large energy user to go more for energy management, because they got somebody need to be appointed by the law, to look after the energy management matters, right? But at the same time, has it been truly effective? Honestly, I got mixed feelings, to some point, I would say, again, I would like to reiterate this point, to some point, it has managed to create some degree of, so-called better, so-called treatment, to energy management, in the large energy, among the large energy users. Okay, I think if you look at in terms of enforcement, I think I was in Energy Commission during the early stage of this law, enforcement of this law. I think until now, I think the regulator, which is the Energy Commission, I think with their resources, with their mandate, with their resources, and then with the existing provision provided in these regulations, okay, I think they are doing their very best. They are doing their best. Okay, because I was there. I know the issue. I know the problems. I think the main issue not to them, because my understanding, a regulator, they just enforce the policy. Okay, they are the policy, one of the policy implementing agencies through the existence of the law. But the unique part of energy management or energy efficiency in Malaysia, okay, we don't have any policy yet in energy efficiency or energy management at the national level. Therefore, I'm not surprised, I won't blame Energy Commission if their focus until today still about supplying energy, especially electrical energy, because we have so many policies in this country, okay, related to supplying energy, either normal energy, fossil fuel type, or even renewable energy. So they are doing their job. That's why with their resources, with the current governance of energy efficiency in the country, I think they are doing their best. So for me as an industry player now, I have to bear with them because they are doing their best. So the question now, how can I do my best? So that at least we have some matching points, matching point where we can work together, where we can work to achieve something that, to achieve the same objective. Yeah, I don't like to finger pointing all that, because for me, with the existing resources that we have, either at the regulator side, at any agency, or my side as an industry player, what can I do? Instead of keep, questioning, what should be done by this party and this party. Therefore, today, I would like to share, okay, my understanding and my interpretation of the part of the regulations, which I hope will enlighten us, okay, enlighten us together, especially among the registered electrical energy managers or Reems, okay, and also the installation owner that who are affected by this regulation. So what I'd like to share today, okay, I will open my slide, okay, my slide here. I'd like to share about this regulation, okay. I'd like to share here what are key provisions, okay, that any factor installation, my point here, installation that has to appoint registered electrical energy manager or REM, okay, and the REM itself, okay, whoever being appointed at any installation must pay attention. Which regulation they have to pay attention, okay, the whole to achieve, efficient management of electrical energy, and that will result in reduction of energy costs or improvement of the performance of energy at that installation. I have to share here. There are not many. Honestly, there are not many. Because this is among the brief regulations, under the Electricity Supply Act 1990. Okay? They call it here Efficient Management of Electrical Energy Regulation, or 2000, or Emeer 2008. Okay? So I would like to share with you my understanding, my interpretation, that has helped me, okay, to explain what is this regulation all about to all my clients, to all, the one that appointed me as a REM, okay, or even anyone that, want to get some insight of these regulations, okay. But however, I must put a disclaimer here. For a proper interpretation of this law, by law accordingly, you must refer to Energy Commission. I can be wrong because I interpret as a practitioner, okay, and based on my understanding when I was involved in this regulation in ST last time. Okay. There are not many provisions in this regulation that basically really help in terms of understanding what shall be done by the installation owner, okay, that affected by this regulation, and also and then by REMs who are supposed to be appointed by the installation affected. Okay, so first let's look. For me, if you are the installation owner, you receive the notice from Energy Commission that you have to comply to this regulation. Okay. You will receive the notice under the Regulation 6, where Energy Commission will issue a notice comprising all this information. Okay, what you need to do. Basically, they will tell you you are affected by this regulation and then what you need to do. Okay, that's why under Regulation 6, number 1, okay, the Energy Commission will send you a notice at any time. Okay, from time to time, give you a notice. Once you receive the notice, you have to comply to the regulation, right? So what shall you do once you receive the notice? By law, okay, by law, the first thing what you need to do once you receive the notice, okay, you must appoint, okay, or designate a REM, okay, to carry out function and duties under Regulation 16, under the same regulation. Okay, this is something that, correct me if I'm wrong, this is something that often being ignored, because what often being seen only to appoint, designate and register, to appoint or designate a REM. But they often overlook the following words of the same sentence in the provisions. They're often being overlooked, even the installation owner, even by a REM themselves, who's supposed to be, explaining to the installation owner, what they often miss or overlook. They overlook the following words of this same line, the same sentence, which is to carry out the function and duties under Regulation 16. So my understanding here, if you want to read this regulation, you must read this also Regulation 16. So later I share with you what Regulation 16 all about. Okay. First, appoint a Reem, okay, for what? This is the issue. The issue now, once they appointed the Reem, the owner normally don't know what to do. What exactly Reem will bring to them? What exactly Reem shall do? That's the issue now. Even Reem, when they're appointed, they're also unsure what exactly they're supposed to do. Okay, and then after that, under Regulation 6, the installation owner must notify ST in writing, who they have appointed as a Reem. Okay, and then what? So by regulations, under the same regulation, what they're supposed to do? The installation owner, they have to submit information to Energy Commission. What are these information? Okay, the first one, they must submit the statement of policy about how they manage the energy efficiently in the organizations. And then they have to submit objective of the efficient management of electric energy. That's it. And other documents that ST will require then. And then all that submitted in the form of whatever stated in, and then they have to submit all that, they must submit, and then same time, they have to submit the report in the form of Form A. Form A. Okay, Form A. Okay, and must be signed, and this Form A must be sent together to Energy Commission, okay, with the Form B. Form B, under the same regulation, Form B signed by the Reem. Okay, the first one just now, upon a Reem within 3 months of the date of the notice. After that, they have to notify ST within 3 months. Okay, after that, they must submit information, objective, statement of policy on energy management, statement of objective, okay, and then also Form A and Form B, and other information that ST may require. Okay, in the form of Form A and Form B. Form A, all information, and this together with Form B. Okay, Form B basically is the declaration of the Reem about whatever being submitted are true. It means that has been verified by the Reem. Okay, more about Form A, Form B, I think I have explained in my previous video. Okay, so that's it. And this information must be submitted every 6 months. From the date of the notice, 6 months, okay, and then they have 30 days to submit all that. And now, since 2018 and transition, from 2019, all this report, all this statement of policy, objective, documents, and information, and all that, Form A, Form B, all submitted through online system. They call it Energy Management Information System, or EMIS. And all this online now. Okay, my point here, okay, I would assume the installation owner have little knowledge about this other than appointing the Reem. They know how they have to appoint Reem. And most of them now, they know they have to submit a report to Energy Commission every 6 months. But what often being overlooked or missing is that they don't really know what exactly the jobs of Reem, the function and notice of Reem itself. Okay, I would say most of them thought the Reem is just what? Just come to them, okay, sign the Form B every 6 months, that's it. Okay, some of them thought Reem supposed to help them only to save energy costs. With that, Reem must come up with some kind of idea how to save energy. Okay. Which is not right to me. Okay, therefore, if I do anticipate that I would expect in social owner no little. This is where Reem, the moment they are appointed, even before they, let's say before they are appointed, they say they got the cert already, right? They got the Reem cert from ST. Before they are being appointed, either they are internal personnel or external personnel or external party they were appointed by the installation owner. They are the one who's supposed to explain okay, to the instruction owner, what would be my function and duties as a Reem if you appoint me? That's supposed to be. Okay, they must. So how, where to explain, where to refer? They must be able to explain to the instruction owner what is Regulation 16 all about. Okay, they must be able to explain. So my duties will be under Regulation 16. So what is this Regulation 16 all about? Later we look into this Regulation 16 one by one. They must be able to explain to the instruction owner what line by line about what this Regulation 16 all about. They must be able to interpret that. If they don't, this is what is happening now. They are expected by the insurance owner, just come here, every 6 months you sign the report, submit to ST, that's it. We have done our job. Okay, that's it. That's only what required by the law. That's it. So we are complying, we have no problem. Okay, that's it. But same time, even some Reems think that way. Oh, my job just 6 months, sure, so no problem. Okay, that's it. Because I was involved in this regulation when it was drafted way back in, when it came out way back to 0017, 018. And I was involved in giving the input to this regulation itself. If you look at this regulation very carefully, if you read even this regulation 6, right? You look at this provision here. Even the name of the regulation, efficient management of electrical energy regulations, efficient management of electrical energy. If you look here, you mention here the statement of policy, okay, for efficient management of electrical energy. It means that it is something ongoing. The law is about to make sure you are managing your energy efficiently all the time. Okay, if you just look at this regulation 6 independently, okay, without understanding regulation 16, this is the issue. This is the problem that arising now. This is what has resulted into this misunderstanding now. For me, if you have the policy, you have the objective, so what next? Is it enough? By having policy alone, objective alone, enough for you to tell that I'm efficient? What this policy mean all about? What this objective mean all about? If in the basic management, okay, policy and objective is a part of management system, right? It's a part of the management system. If talking about management system, we're always talking about PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, action cycle. So it means that policy is a part of the system. This is my understanding. So if you look at this regulation alone, okay, the only unfortunate thing is that this regulation doesn't describe further what do you mean by energy policy, what do you mean by energy objective. That's unfortunate. What does it mean by efficient energy management? No definition. Okay, you know what's Form A, right? It's a Reem, even owner, In Form A, what? They have the general information of the installation, okay, address, name, business, all that, and then the name of the Reem, and then total consumption of energy in 6 months before, and then total consumption of energy in the 6 months reported, and then measures, so-called energy saving measures implemented in that 6 months, and then energy saving measures proposed but not implemented and why, and then that's it. So is it enough if you just appoint a Reem, okay, give a statement policy, and then give a statement of objective, fill up Form A, fill up Form B, send to ST. So does that make your energy efficient? Does it make you installation has efficient management of energy already? Does it guarantee that? You know the answer. All right, it doesn't. Therefore, It is very, very important to me. Okay, important to me for Reems should be able to explain to the insurance owner, this regulation is all about to ensure you are managing your energy efficiently. By what? For me, simple. By having a system to manage your energy. The system will have the policy, because policy will indicate the commitment of the top management. Okay, and then the policy must have objective, and the objective must have the target values, how much you want to achieve. That's it. That's a part of management system. This is a part for me. The regulation 6 is all about, they mention about a part of requirement in the management system. Therefore, they put it here because here is a commitment of the installation owner. It's a commitment of the management of the installation owner, where they, because if you're committed, you must indicate your commitment through what? Through policy. And in order for you to achieve the policy, to achieve your objective, you must allow Reems perform their function and duties based on Regulation 16. You must allow that to happen. If you don't allow that to happen, you don't have a system. You don't have a system, you can't manage your energy efficiently. Would you save energy? Yes, you can save energy. You have a project, you can save energy. But how can you make sure it keep repeating, keep improving? Normally we have a system. That's why you have quality management system, you have environmental management system, you have safety management system. Okay? For what? To achieve something. You have a environmental management system to minimize impact to the environment. You have occupational safety management system, okay, to minimize accident or to avoid accident. You have quality management system. Why? To ensure your quality is being maintained and improved. So it's supposed to be the same for energy. Okay, and all that system that I mentioned just now, all has policy, right? Each of them has policy, right? Each of them has commitment, right? Each of them has objective, right? Similar to energy. That's why this Regulation 6 is all about, for an installation owner, a commitment for the installation owner required by the law for you to have a system, energy management system at your facility. And that system, who is supposed to help you to do all that? Okay? That system, if you don't know how to do it, the Reems will help you to do it. The Reems help you. If you don't have the system, the Reems will supposed to help you to develop the system and implement the system. If you have the system already, the Reems supposed to help you to how you can get better result from your system for continual improvement. So that's all about, for me, my understanding about what's Regulation 6. Okay, don't read Regulation 6 alone. Regulation 6 should be read together with the Regulation 16. And as a Reems supposed to be able to explain to the insurance owner about this. Okay, so the Reems job is not just every 6 month job. It can be a lot of job. It can be a full-time job, depending on how, how big, how complicated of the facility itself. It's a lot of things to do actually. A lot of things to do as an energy manager. Okay, so that Regulation 16, sorry, Regulation 6. Okay, because Regulation 6, you read together with Regulation 7 basically all the requirement, when you need to submit all the report and all that. So Regulation 7 basically, your obligation when you have to submit all this information. All this, whatever you have to submit in Regulation 6, you have all outlined in Regulation 7. All the deadlines, 3 days, 3 months, 30 days after 6 months and all that. Right? If you don't do that, you don't submit, you are committing an offense. I hope that enlightened you to what is Regulation 6. Okay, now let's have a look. Okay, let's understand, let's discuss. Okay, this is my understanding. So Regulation 6 is all about the commitment, require the installation owner to commit. True, that's why they ask you for policy. Policy is a commitment, right? And all the reporting requirement. But it cannot be a standalone things. Because the only way for you for the installation owner to achieve the result, okay, for efficient management of energy by having a system not being prescribed here. It's supposed to be, this is where the Reem will play their role, because all is properly outlined, okay, but somehow still very brief, but it's good enough for me for us to look as a guide in regulation 16. This is regulation 16. Let's have a look. So what are the provisions? What are provisions under regulation 16? Clearly mentioned it. Regulation 16 is the function and duties of an electrical energy manager in the regulation. So what is that? A, he shall be. In law, shall means must. My understanding lah. My understanding, shall mean must. He must be responsible for what? Number one. Number one. Okay. First thing, he's supposed to be responsible to audit and analyze the total electrical energy consumption or total net electrical energy generation at the installation owner, including the significant end of use of electricity. So what does it mean? Let's discuss on this. What does it mean? If you are the Reem now, if you are the Reem, how can you explain this to the installation owner? Okay, that's you being asked. Or let's say you have to explain your role under Regulation 16 to the installation owner. What shall we share to what shall we explain to the installation owner? Okay, where to refer? Because in this regulation, it's no reference. It's no reference. It's no reference. Okay, that's the most difficult part. No reference. Okay, but for me, where I refer, therefore I don't want to be so-called self-proclaimed expert, creating something that out of my mind. Totally no, not that type of person. What I do when I started to become a Reem way back in 2012, when I wanted to start to deliver a service as a Reem, I did a lot of research. Yeah, I did a lot of reading to understand. Even though I was involved in drafting the law before that, but that one I was from the other side. I was the regulator side. I was the one that enforced. But now, if I want to, the other side, I want to practice. I want to help. I was the Reem. That time I became the Reem. I want to perform my duty as a Reem. Where should I refer? In 2012. How can I explain? Okay. What do you mean by audit analyze? There are many people thought audit means that. Any audit means what? Audit mean energy audit. I don't think so. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm happy to explain why I don't think so. And then what do you mean by analyze? What to analyze? What type of analysis? What will be the output of the analysis then? And then significant end of use. What does it mean? What do you mean by significant end of use of electricity? So I think after doing all this searching, all the research and all that, I found out, okay, that this audit analyze, okay, is quite so-called nicely so-called explained in the standard, in the ISO 50001. It was published from 2011. Okay. I was lucky because I became a Reem in 2012. I think if I don't become a Reem, if I became a Reem before 2011, I'll be in trouble. I will have trouble as well to look for reference myself. Where shall I refer? Okay, so that's a challenge. So I look at if you look at the ISO 2001, if you look at they call it energy planning. You look at energy planning. Okay, this provision, the closest that I can see is that, because from here our understanding is no measurement, just from your data, from your total energy consumption or generation, including significant use of energy. Something that no need any management yet, no technical matters here. All about analyzing your consumption. My understanding purely from the bill. From your data they already have. You can do some calculation and interpolation and all that. So this will be quite clearly explained in what? in the ISO 2001 under the planning, under the energy review. Under the energy review. Okay? Because under the energy review, you can check the provision. You know, if you get ISO 2001 2018 version, it fall under the clause 6.3. 6.3. 6.3. Okay, 6.3 will explain to you what's energy review all about. Because energy review what? Energy review, first you must understand your energy source. And then you must understand your past and present trends of consumption. A part of that clause, clause 6, okay, under 6.3. Okay, if you look at ISO 2001-2018. Okay, and then part of that you must identify your significant energy use or SEU. Here, significant end of use, significant end use of energy electricity. But in the ISO, significant energy use or SEU. That's the closest I can get. This for me, that's why when I look at this, I refer to ISO 2001 under energy review. That gives me the closest definition for this. Okay, and then okay, that's for my reference. Okay, and then number 2, to advise the private installation, okay, or consumer in developing and implementing measure to ensure efficient management of electrical energy at that installation. Again, when I talk to many Reems themselves, even among the owner of the installation, they said this referring to energy saving measure. I don't think it's not wrong. But my understanding, energy saving measure is a part of the measure, not the only thing that this law require. Not the only thing that being indicated by this provision. Because the Reem, the job basically to advise. To advise. Here, to advise. Means that to tell or to teach. Okay? Not instruct. Yeah? To advise means that tell what exactly is supposed to be done. Right? Just like consultancy job. Tell what to do. What exactly is supposed to do in the correct way. In what? To advise on what? To advise in developing the implement measures. I mentioned earlier, right? My understanding measure not just any saving measure, not just technical measure, not how to reduce kilowatt hour, all that. Not just about putting up the motor, efficient motor and all that. For me, my understanding measures is, that's what I mean by measures, basically, that's the system. The system means that you must, Reem supposed to advise in developing and implementing the system. Because the system, if you refer to this measure, only saving measure alone doesn't ensure you manage your energy efficiently. Measure just to get the result, but how can you make sure you manage it efficiently throughout the time? You must have a system. Therefore, this provision basically, the Reem supposed to help, advise, and then the instruction owner cannot do it. They don't know what to do. They know what to do. They're supposed to help to do it. What in what? In developing and implementing measure. That measure, or my understanding is system, will ensure, the measure will ensure the efficient management of electrical energy. So, not wrong to say energy saving measure, but that should be a part of that. Energy saving measure will be a part of way on how you can improve your energy performance. Again, all this, number 2, all the developing and the measure, what all the requirement, what need to have when it comes to system, all clearly, nicely, clearly in sequentially, okay, in sequence in ISO 14001. They have the what would be in the ISO 2001. They have the management commitment in the form of policy that outlined in the regulation 6, right? Regulation 6. And then to implement the policy, you must form organizations, or you call it energy management team in the ISO 2001. And you must define the role of the team. And then after that, what next? Next, you have to conduct energy planning. Energy planning. Okay, energy planning. This is where you will conduct the energy review. Okay, And then you have to, in energy review, you have to understand the consumption, okay? And then you have to identify your significant energy use, okay? And then you have to confirm the variables. Energy variable, what affect your energy consumptions? After that, you have to establish your energy performance indicator. And then you have to establish your energy baseline. Okay, and then you have to find a way how to improve energy performance, energy performance improvement opportunities. Okay, and then you have to what? From that opportunities that you have identified, you have confirmed, you set the energy management objective and targets. How much you want to achieve? Objective, the statement. Target is the value. How much you want to achieve in terms of improvement, either reduction or performance improvement. And then you must come up with the action plan. Action plan to achieve the targets and objective. This is how I interpret developing and implementing measures. So if the owner, institution owner don't know what to do, the Reems supposed to help them to do all that. You think it's easy to develop a system? It's not. My experience, so far, it took me between 8 to 14 months. Provided the commitment with the team from the organizations. Okay. So if this is the crucial part, this is the crucial part. So if you're developing the system and implementing the system, that will involve other policy just now. So the policy and objective in the regulation 6 basically is a part of the system. That's why if you read the regulation 6 alone without understanding regulation 16, that's why you cannot see the big picture. You cannot see how they can manage the energy efficiently in the installation. That's my understanding. Okay. I refer to the standard. All about energy management system, all outlined in the ISO 2001. You can also refer to what? You can refer also to another standard in Malaysia being used. Normally you use the IMAS, Asset Energy Management Scheme. But I know very well that the foundation of IMAS, okay, is also ISO 2001. The foundation is the same. The difference is that ISO, you don't have the rating. You just meet a requirement and then you achieve your intended self-declared result or objective or targets. IMAS, you have the rating. You got the ratings, silver, gold, okay, and then all that, platinum and all that. You must have the commitment to get the ratings. You must commit certain saving amount, to achieve that rating. That's all different, but the foundation is the same. Still you have a policy and all that. Similar. That's why I don't really bother where you refer. I refer ISO 2001. You can refer IMAS. Any other guideline or standard, doesn't matter, but I can tell based on my research everywhere, for many years, the foundation is still the same. It still involves policy, planning, targets, and all that. Nothing new. And then that section 6A, 1, 2. Next, what's next? Next is what? Next is A3, to monitor. Reems shall be responsible to monitor effective implementation of measures. So this refers to paragraph 2 just now, subparagraph 2. Measures. Measures in the system. Okay, that's why you don't have a system, what to monitor then? Because if you have a system, you have the energy performance indicator, because you establish the energy performance indicator. And then you establish the baseline. And you achieve you set the targets. Therefore, in the next one, you have to monitor. Once you implement, you monitor based on the indicator they have set, based on the baseline value that you have set. Okay? And then to achieve whether you achieve your targets or not. So you don't have a system, what are you going to monitor then? If you don't have a system, what you want to monitor? You tell me. Okay? If you don't have any proper, you don't have any proper energy performance indicator for your energy management program, what are you going to monitor? How do you know that you achieve your objective or not? How do you know you are efficient or not without having a proper energy performance indicator being established? Without any baseline being established, energy baseline being established. How can you tell you are efficient or not? Okay, that's it. Okay, after that, okay, that's what I think this A 1, 2, 3 is the key These three basically as a part of the energy management system. Okay, so means that so what can you conclude from here, from this particular three part of this Regulation 16? It tells that, you know, to ensure efficient management of electrical energy, you must do it in a systematic way. Where to refer? You can refer to any guideline or standard that tell you how to manage energy in a systematic way. And then you can manage it in sustainable way as well, ongoing, continuously. Okay, in bahasa Malaysia, you call it lestari, okay? Sustainable energy management. Okay, how to do it? By having a system. System is something ongoing, not one-off. Even if you have a system, regardless of whatever the management, whatever the rim being pointed, you just continue to work within the system. And then what next in 16? B. So, the rim supposed to supervise keeping of records on all the efficient management of the energy administration and verify its accuracy. So if you don't have when you have a system, surely you have some kind of documentation, right? Proper documentation. Okay, if you go for certification, you have a system, you have the manual, you have the SOP, you have the forms, you have the work instruction, all that. And all the activity, all the savings, how you establish your indicator, how you establish your baseline, how you set your targets, how you set objective, how you whether achieve or not, all that will be properly documented with a system in place. Therefore, you can verify. So if you don't have a proper system, what kind of record you're going to keep? You will have a record, but it won't be systematic. It will be here and there. So that's the job of the RIM. The RIM is supposed to be able to verify its accuracy. But provided you have a proper records. You don't have proper records, what to verify then? What to supervise? So even RIM is supposed to be able to advise to the nation owner what kind of records keeping supposed to have. How to make it easy, how to make it practical about all the energy management activities. So that, of course, RIM is supposed to verify before they submit every 6-month reports. And finally, okay, of course, make sure all the report, everything be submitted accordingly based on the Regulation 7. So my point here, okay, my point here is very, very crucial, very, very important for RIM to understand what does the Regulation 6 means. Now, especially what does this Regulation 16 means, and how these two are connected. Because don't expect that owner will understand that. RIM are supposed to explain to the owner, this is your obligation. Your obligation, point RIM, and then to make sure I perform my duty based on this. I'll help you by doing all this, by having a system in place, by having a proper system in place. I can guarantee you, I've seen many places, it's been proven, by having a systematic way of managing energy, you will reduce energy costs, you will improve your energy performance, you will get your result. Not only that, you can keep improving, regardless of who will be your RIM the way forward, because you have a system in place. Okay, that's why for me, it's very important, okay, for RIM themselves, okay, to understand. At least you must know what is energy management system all about. Okay, the system about, because that will be your major task for you to be able to help the installation whoever appointed you. If they have the system in place, you should be able to find a way how to improve. By understanding the system, right? You know the system, you can help to find a way how to improve. Okay, if the installation owner, the installation doesn't have the system, we are supposed to help them to develop and implement the system, and then they can get the result. That's the only way we can show our value. Okay, otherwise, RIM can always be seen just somebody who come and every 6 months sign the form B. I'm also having that challenge as well. Okay, even though my long-term client also, because sometimes management change, right? Management change. People, so now, especially now pandemic, all about cutting costs. That's why they see, some of them see Reems service, you know, as a Reem, if actually you are third party, just additional cost. They can't see the benefits. Even internally as well, they cannot see unless the Reem can show their values, can show their what they can do. Okay. Sometimes if you just tell them what to do, tell your management what to do based on your own interpretation, you know, purely for your own understanding, difficult. But if you link your understanding and you try to synchronize that with the legal requirement, this should help you to make another push, additional push for them to accept the idea. Therefore, I think I learned from my experience as well. Okay, I learned from my experience as well. Over years, even now, even those days, you know, there are people asking me, Cik, can you help me to comply? Because I don't do it, I just don't accept it. Okay, because for me, if you engage me, I will do all this, comprehensive, everything, not just signing the form every 6 months. But still, after some time, I see the gap. So I cannot blame them. Okay, they don't understand. Not only that, many Reem also don't understand. So so I try to understand and then I try to share my thoughts. If I'm wrong, we can always discuss. You know, we can always find what would be the best way to interpret all this. Simple as that. Therefore, but recently, okay, when I start to last time, I don't really connect the two. When I just explain the 16. I don't really explain. I connect the two. Now, whenever they ask, whoever are interested to become Reem, are looking for Reem, I explain them. For me, if you appoint me, you must allow me to do my function based on Regulation 16. Okay. If you cannot allow me to do it, I cannot guarantee I can help you that much. Because policy alone, objective alone cannot help you to save energy. Okay, but if you allow me to do the 16, because Regulation 16 is what you engage me for. Okay, clearly mentioned in Regulation 6 here, right? Clearly mentioned here. Okay, the appoint or designing a Reem to carry out the function and duties under the Regulation 16. So means that you are engaging me. You want to engage me to perform my duty according to Regulation 16 here. That's what the law required. That what I mean by compliant. Compliant, not just signing the agreement, sign the contract, sign the Form B every 6 months. No. That help you to prepare report, help you verify the report in the EMIS. No. Okay. So I hope this sharing, okay, will enlighten us further. Okay, will be somehow useful. We can discuss further. I can be wrong as well. Okay. Therefore, now I think I feel much more not relaxed. I would say much more comfortable when I talk about my job as a Reem, because I got clear. At least for me, I have a very clear, clear item to explain. Okay, so far no one has questioned me yet lah when I refer to ISO 2001, because if I'm wrong in the ISO 2001 is wrong lah. Okay, so if I try to link that to this law is wrong, okay, somebody has to tell me that it's wrong. So far, alhamdulillah, no one can questioning that, you know, it's not really wrong lah. It's not wrong. Okay. No one, of course, you know, it's not exactly what the law means, but somehow that's how I saw my point was here. That's how I explain, because this is the only thing that I have in the law. Okay, if I just explain this to the owner, you know, I don't think they will understand. But when I look, and then I look all the ISO requirement, all that, the provision in the ISO, and then what do you expect if they do all that? Even, you know, the goal of ISO, basically you're supposed to improve your energy performance, right? Okay. But bear in mind again, I am not promoting certification here. I'm not, just refer to the standard. I just refer to the standard as my reference. You can refer to ISO, you can refer to IMAS, okay? You can refer to any other standard or any other guideline, even a lot of online guidelines. But I can tell you, I can guarantee you, all are the same. Nothing new. Policy, planning, okay, operations, implementation, performance evaluation, okay, and then management review. Nothing new. It's just typical management cycle. The only difference is that energy, you look into the energy part of that lah. The result basically energy savings, or engine performance improvement. Okay, there should be, I think I talked long enough. Okay, I hope, my sharing this time, in English, we enlighten further many of us so that we can, for us as a Reem, okay, we can perform our P further, and also the installation owner who will watch the video or whoever, you can help to explain this to the installation owner, what actually the duty is all about, what is the purpose, objective of this regulation all about. Okay, the efficient management of electrical energy regulation 2008 or Emeer 2008. Okay, with that, I end my session. Okay. Okay, so if you want to understand about what engine system all about, you can, of course, I can help you to conduct a training, or you can go to I have prepared the online version. Okay, online version of what engine system training, online training with the video on demand concept under here. Okay, ecentral.com, top left there you can see ecentral.com. You can subscribe. Okay, at the channel, at the website there. Okay, online version of how to develop engine system and how to implement the system. Okay, even that training also online. There's a video on demand concept. You can subscribe, you can attend anytime. It's not a live kind of, live training, online training. It's a video on demand. With that you can subscribe. Okay, you can attend the training anytime, and then you can also get, if you're Reem, you can get CPD points. That training actually, you can qualify for 4 CPD points for your renewal of your certificate. Okay. So you know where to reach me. Here, my number here, my email here. You can go to my website as well. Yeah, with that, thank you very much for listening. Okay, I hope we can see you again in the next video. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, and salam sejahtera. Okay, stay safe, stay happy. Now today actually we are on the first day of the MCO 2.0. Okay, together we pray, together we hope. Okay, stay safe for the pandemic will be over. I don't know how soon, but hopefully lah it will be over. But stay safe. Okay, stay energy efficient. Okay, stay healthy, stay happy. See you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera again.